Okay, let's talk about sport now, bro, yeah? So, when I was in school, I was constantly thinking that sport is actually not that important and that I should rather focus on studies. And because, with the sport, I will just lose time that I could invest in the studies, yeah? Until I realized that sport is actually very important for the girls because when you meet a girl, the first thing that she looks at is your physique, your body, your face, the outside look. And I noticed that like those sporty guys in high school were constantly fucking, because they had amazing bodies. And then I was constantly also dreaming about having a good physique, and a nice body. But when I had to do the work, bro, I was just finding, I don't know, 1,000 lame excuses why I cannot do it. For example, mostly about, yeah, it's too hard, my body hurts. I do the exercise wrongly and I don't know how to do them correctly, so it's completely pointless. And I don't have time, because I have to study and so on and so on and all that bullshit. And additionally, I was falsely believing my fat and feminine teachers that I should accept myself, that everyone is a winner, and that there is always one girl who is waiting for you, and that you are always having that one girl, and it's just bullshit, man. Like, no girl wants someone who is fat, ugly, and why would she be with him, for example? If I would be fat and ugly, why would a girl even smell me, bro? If I would be fat and I would have like this, why would she be with me when she has, I don't know, 100 other dudes outside who are ready to fuck her? And I was also falsely believing those Hollywood films, where they are saying that, every nerd who is fuck and a bit nerdy, a bit weird, at the end of the film, he always gets that beautiful top model and they are completely happy until the end of the year, until the end of the life and so on. It's just bullshit, man. Like, because of those things, because I was lazy and because I was falsely believing those films, I just never paid that much attention to sport. When I was in school, I couldn't do even 10 push-ups in one go. Not even 10, bro. Can you believe that? And also when we were, picking teams in sport, I was always the last one. They always picked me the last one because I was unmotivated. I didn't care about sport at all. Like, I was saying that I will do everything except sport. And exactly sport is the thing that we men usually do. Like having a good body, having that, I don't know how to say, but those motorical skills, that I don't know, you can maybe jump somewhere, that you can climb a tree or or whatever. Those were main traits man traits, because in the past you had to run to catch a lion or you had to fight each other, to show who is the alpha male and so on. And I was falsely believing that sport is not that important, bro. And I was also falsely believing all those fat doctors who were coming to our school and teaching us about the healthy lifestyle, that we should do sport 2 to 3 times per week, otherwise it's too much and so on. And I just did sport because of that only on Friday, Saturday and Sunday. And all other days I was completely unmotivated and I didn't even care about sport. And then I was wondering why I cannot get girls. My biggest excuse was that I didn't have time for sport. And yet, as I said, I had time to play 2 or 3 hours per day of video games. And then additionally 1 hour of porn at least per day. Basically, bro, I was just so lazy because I wanted to have results without investing hard work into them, And I was falsely believing that somehow I will grow up and somehow I will, I don't know, get that nice muscular body that I wanted. And I didn't realize that sport is actually a continuous process, that you have to work out every day, if you want to see the results. And the results were the biggest demotivation for me, because when I did, 10 push-ups, which I could barely do, I didn't see anything different. And then when I was doing that for 1 week, I didn't see anything different. And then I was just thinking, yeah, what's the point? It doesn't bring me anything. I just waste my time that I would use for studying, but we know what I did instead. And then I just quitted everything. I stopped doing sport at all. The only thing that I did was maybe swimming, and even that for 30 minutes, because when I came home, then I was playing computer until 4 o'clock, and then I was studying until, I don't know, 10, 11. 30 minutes per day doesn't bring you much, you know. You should do at least 1 hour, because in that 30 minutes, you know, you burn, I don't know, maybe how much? 200 calories, and on average, you are eating 2000. It's just bullshit, man. And I was also falsely believing that concept of macros in, macros out, which basically means that if you do sport, you can do whatever you want, you can eat whatever you want, because you will burn that anyway. And then I was eating McDonald's and all that crappy food because I refused to eat anything healthy, and my poor mother was constantly just making meat and hamburgers and potatoes and sandwiches and all that crappy food. Because otherwise I would get angry, and my sister as well, and then we would start to argue, and we would refuse to eat, and so on. It was just horrible, bro. Just horrible. And I was so jealous that my friends in school had amazing bodies, because they were also getting girls, you know. And then I was thinking, okay, yeah, they might have good bodies, but they have very bad marks in school, so it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, exactly, yeah, it's fine, yeah. Today, what? I am working for the same salary as they are, maybe, and I had good grades, and I finished some useless degree, and my degree today is worthless. But still, they had girls, they had new experiences, they have nice body, everything. It's just bullshit, bro. So when I took self-improvement much more seriously, I started to, you know, also take sport much more seriously and trying to implement sport into my daily life, yeah? So today I am doing like this, for example. When I am not working from home, you know, when I go to Madrid, because I don't live directly in Madrid, but I have to drive every day. So when I go to Madrid, I come home late as well because of the driving. So at that time, I just do the like home workout, you know. That's maybe 2 or 3 times per week. And the other days, the other 4 to 5 days, I go to the swimming pool. Really, I force myself directly after work at 6 o'clock. I go and I swim for at least 1 hour. And then I go to the spa and I relax myself a bit and so on. On the weekends, bro, I recommend you that you really start, you know, working out properly. 1 hour. 1 hour per day at least. And on the afternoons, you know, or I do it in the evenings, or you can do it in the morning, you do additional home workout. That's how I call it, like home workout. And that basically means that you do push-ups and then a bit of plank and maybe some abs exercises. So I do it like this. I do 30 push-ups. I try to do the whole 30 set, you know, but I usually stop at 25, 26, and then I have a little break. And then I do 4 more until 30. And then I kind of punish myself because I didn't do the 30 in one go. So then I do like those push-ups, how much it's missing to 30. For example, if I can do 26, then I do 4 more until 30, and then 4 more as a punishment, okay? And then I do around 1 minute to 2 minute plank. It depends how lazy I was. Right now I'm doing it 1 minute and 30 seconds, and I increase it by 1 second every day, you know, until I go back to 2 minutes and 30 seconds, which was my all-time record. And then I also do kind of one exercise which is like plank, but I lift my body up and down so that, you know, here those muscles are working, you know. And otherwise, bro, like as I said, just think about the food as well, because that concept of macros in, macros out just doesn't work, you know. Because if you eat hamburger every day and you still do sport, that hamburger will kind of process itself into the skin, and then you will have a bad skin. This is the biggest problem that I had with fast food when I was in school, that I had a lot of pimples or pinkles, I don't know how it's called, basically acne, and you will have just ugly body ugly face, and then it doesn't matter how good your body is, because the girls, when you talk to them, they always look you in the face if they have manners. And when you have exams, for example, that's what I was doing during the university. I suggest you that you do home workout, maybe the last 2 days before the exam, but all other days, I am sure you can go to the swimming pool, you can go to the fitness for 1 hour. Don't tell me that you don't have 2 hours per day to do sport, because you have 1 hour per day to play video games, and you have 1 hour per day to watch porn, and you have 1 hour per day to be on social media. So you have to sacrifice something. If you want to have great results, which means great aesthetic body, you have to sacrifice your video games, you have to sacrifice your time. And that was the concept that I didn't understand when I was younger, that I actually have to invest something, and that something means a lot of hard work in order to get the body, And the good thing about sport is also that you have a great mental health. Like, I cannot explain how good I feel after I come back from the swimming pool when, I have a bit of pain in my back, and I know that it's just going well and that I'm working towards my dream, which is an aesthetic body, And when you see the results in the mirror after half a year, maybe, you see that nice body and it just gives you extra motivation, And better body also means that you have more confidence, and more confidence means that you have more girls as well, which is what we want. We want girls and money because we are men, And also, bro, I would suggest that you think about all the fuck boys that you see on social media, because you unfortunately have it, and then think about it, what they are doing, and then what can you do as well. Because if you look at them, they are constantly in the fitness. They are constantly doing some exercises, push-ups, abs, back, legs, everything. And they have amazing body, which means that they also have girls, Otherwise, they wouldn't be that famous, they wouldn't have partnerships, they would be losers, just like you and me, And I guarantee you, bro, if you try to do at least something per day, at least 10 push-ups per day, you will be already better than 50%, bro. It's always to do something, at least something, because the half of the people don't do anything at all. It's always better to do 10 push-ups, 5 push-ups, just start somewhere and then start building on top of that, It's better to do something than nothing, I would also suggest that this is one little hack, that when you are in school or in the university or whatever, that you eat the food that you have in the canteen, in the cafeteria, For example, in school, I remember when I was younger, I was only eating that food that was a bit unhealthy and that I liked. For example, like pommes meat, and so on, without soup, without fruits, without salads, no nothing. But then when you realize, that food is actually very healthy for you, because they have so many regulations and so many checks that they have to make food in that way that you get all the nutritions that you need, for a healthy development. And I really recommend you that you start eating in those cafeterias, because especially in the university, when I started eating in our cafeteria, I noticed that my body went immediately to the better. And I started to feel really good. I didn't care about anything except my body and my swimming, because I knew that this would bring me girls, and the girls would motivate me to work towards my dreams, otherwise I would lose the girls. It's that simple. And everyone will tell you, yeah, don't have girls as your motivation, you should have yourself as a motivation, but that's not true, bro. Like, for me, having girls as motivation is one of the best motivations that I can have, because I will know that with the girls I will have sex. It's that simple, bro, you know? And I would also strongly recommend you that you cut snacks completely, learn how to say no, and basically change them or swap them with the fruits, you know? For example, what I did is that when I go shopping, I always go to that department where you can have crisps, you know, or all those sweets and so on. And I just stand there like one idiot for 1 minute and I look at the chips or crisps, you know, because I prefer British English. I look at the crisps and I'm just looking at it like some idiot, like literally, just like I'm looking right now with the camera. And then I wait 1 minute and then I go away. And whenever I'm hungry, for example, I'm thinking, okay, I really want to have a croissant right now. But I know that croissant will fuck up my like sporty body, and without sporty body I will not have girls, and without the girls I will go back to my old bad habits of watching porn and fapping and so on and so on. So I'm just saying, okay, instead, I know that it's a bit more uncomfortable, but I will eat the apple or mandarin or orange or whatever instead of that croissant, you know, even though I really love croissants, bro. Oh my god. Chocolate croissant is something that I could eat every day, man, really. But if I eat it, I will be a loser. It's that simple, you know, because I know that healthy food is very uncomfortable. And I will give you one little hack as well about the food, which is, you know, you have to start learning to, you know, eat all types of food. And you will learn that by going to the school cafeteria, school mensa, you know, because there you will be forced to eat everything, especially if you pay for your food by your own. If your parents are paying for it, yeah, okay, you don't care because you don't see the money going out of your pocket. But once that happened to me, bro, that's a true story. Once I started to pay for my own food, I started to eat everything because I knew that I am paying for it, and if I throw something away, I will have to then buy food and cook it instead of just eating that food which I bought for 10 euros. You will start to value food much more. And right now I'm living also at one host family and I am eating everything that they cook. Even though if I don't like it, I know that, okay, at least I am forced to eat something differently. And the more variety of food that you eat, the healthier you are. So to sum up this frankly short chapter is, bro, that I really recommend you that you do sport every day, do at least something, push yourself, do at least one push-up, at least 1 minute of plank, you know, work out really. I cannot stress enough how sport important, is sport important, bro. Because without sport you will not get attractive, and without being attractive you will not get girls, and without the girls you don't have sex, you know, it's that simple. Okay, speaking of the girls, let's continue with the chapter about the girls. And I will tell you that this was the toughest chapter to make, and this is the most uncomfortable topic that I will talk about, because most of my life I was really shy because I was constantly overthinking and I was afraid of being rejected and being laughed at and being mocked by my friends, you know. I did not want that people in school would make fun of me, and because of that I was never actually, I don't know how to say, but I am not that master of girls, you know. I had some girls, you know, but still I wouldn't like describe myself as someone who is quite successful with girls. For example, yeah, that I don't know, see a girl on the street and then next day she would be in my bed, you know. The reason why I was never that much successful with the girls, I mean, I started to get successful when I was, you know, in the last few years of high school and then the university. But before that, my biggest problem was that I was addicted to video games and pornography, you know. And because I was addicted to them, I did not socialize at all, you know. Even though when my friends were inviting me to go out, to hang out with them and so on, I was just rejected them. And because of that, I never developed like social skills, you know. how to talk, how to flirt, how to react to different situation, you know, how people maybe react to things that you say and so on and so on. I never developed that, you know. And playing video games actually never forced me to go out and talk with the people, you know, and talk to the girls, because I was just happy with my virtual world. In that virtual world, I had everything. I was the boss, I was the leader, I was the warrior, and so on and so on. Basically, I had everything that I wanted. And when I wanted intimacy, for example, I just turned off my computer and I turned on my phone and I was watching porn and fapping, I don't know, 3 to 4 or even 5 times per day. Every single day, bro. And I think video games and porn ruined me the most. And because of that, I didn't have as much experience with the girls as I would want right now. Okay, I had a few, you know, as I said, but I could have even more, you know. And I saw that today quite often, and I was also falsely believing, you know, those fucking movies that, you know, I would get the girl no matter what, even if I don't try and so on. But nah, you know, reality is not like that, bro. I need to wake the fuck up. I needed at that time to wake up and just do some hard work, because hard work only brings results, you know. And additionally, I was really lazy, bro. Like when I was in school, I only cared about video games, porn, and a bit of studying, and that's it. No sport, no nothing, no showers, no hygiene. My face was shit, my body was shit, my like sleeping schedule was shit, everything was shit. And then I was wondering like why I cannot get girls. And then I was thinking and watching that porn, you know, and I was thinking, yeah, bitch, I'm fucking you, eat my cum, and so on. Whereas I was literally just watching one person on the screen, how that woman is getting fucked by one other alpha male. And I was just like one little monkey, like, completely shit, man. Completely embarrassing. You know, during the second year of high school, you know, when I was around 17, I finally somehow, by some magic, you know, started to get the girls, because I realized that the games will not give me anything. I was comparing myself to others, and I saw that, okay, others are hanging out a bit, you know, like, and I also was starting to get attracted to some girls, you know, and I was thinking, okay, I will spend some time with them, I will learn, you know, how to do those things, and whatever happens, happens, you know. And then I was starting to hang out with my friends, you know, and we were all hanging out and meeting new people. And in school, I was meeting new people through my friends, and somehow it happened, you know, like, I don't know how to say it, but for example, with my first girl that I got, you know, we started to hang out all together as a group. She was actually in the same class as me, you know, and then suddenly, you know, I don't know, I just started to hang out with them when I was in like second year, you know, and yeah, I didn't play that much computer anymore, because each Friday we were going somewhere and we were just, everyone was hanging out together. And then I started to, you know, I don't know what happened, bro, but I started to hang out with her a bit, and somehow things developed, you know. And I was also then having conversations with different people, with different boys, with different girls, and that's how I developed the social skills, you know. And when I met that first girl, you know, like when I was thinking back, I was completely pain in the ass, bro. I was such a kid, so childish, and I'm not surprised that like we didn't stay together, you know, because the mistakes that I made were the following, okay? I was constantly trying to spend time with her, you know, I was constantly trying to be around her, talk with her, I don't know, spend time with her, do plans with her, everything with her, you know. And because of that, I came like forth as very needy, you know, and girls don't like that at all, you know. And it was very obviously that I liked her much more than she liked me, because the fact is that she didn't choose me, but I chose her. And this is the wrong concept, you know, because you can try no matter how much with one girl, you know. If she doesn't choose you, then you will not stay together for sure, bro. And I remember that I was constantly also jealous because she was like hanging out with my friends, you know, in the same group and so on. And then when she was online on WhatsApp, for example, or on messengers, we were using Facebook at that time, like I knew that she's online, and when she didn't reply, I was like, hey yo, why didn't you just write me and ask me how I am? And why didn't you reply so quick if you hear my message and so on? And then, oh fuck, bro, I don't know how to say it, but I was so needy, I was so annoying. And of course, she was like, yeah, fuck it, fuck you, Yasha, and we finished, you know. And we were constantly arguing about that why she doesn't spend time with me, why she doesn't come by herself to me and, you know, talk with me and ask me how I am and so on. Why would she do that if I was a loser? Even when I had her, I was still addicted to video games. I was still addicted to porn, even though I had her. So why would she... Oh, sorry. Sorry, I'm flipping the script, bro. Sorry. Why would she be with me, you know? And with other girls as well, you know, I had similar situation, you know, I was being too needy, too childish, I didn't know how to flirt, I was overthinking constantly, I was constantly saying so, like, yeah, are you okay, I'm sorry, oh. Like, just those weird simping bullshit, you know? And most importantly, bro, as I said, they didn't choose me. And of course nothing will happen, no matter how hard you try. No matter how hard you try, if the girl doesn't like you, then nothing will happen, bro, nothing will happen. Luckily, I went to Liechtenstein as an Erasmus student in 2020, and at that time I decided, yeah, okay, fuck all the girls that I had, fuck my approach, I don't care, I am something new. I came there and I didn't know anyone, nobody knew me, and it was a perfect opportunity to start, you know, from the new beginning, you know. And when I came to Liechtenstein, I was like, yeah, okay, I will hang out with friends, I will organize parties. At that time I was still playing video games, but when people were starting to hang out, I told them, okay, I will come in a second, and then I turned off my computer and I literally went to hang out with them, you know. Unfortunately, I was still addicted to games, but hey, I was a little fucking stupid kid, you know. And I remember, bro, I was organizing my birthday parties and I was buying alcohol for everyone and I invited everyone, and that's how I was building my reputation, you know. Because even though I was still needy, I was still overthinking, I was still lazy, you know, I somehow was improving myself, you know, slowly but steadily, you know. And because I was still lazy, I was still overthinking, I was still needy, I was no studying, you know, I didn't do any sport, I was still playing video games and watching porn. And of course, with each girl that I had, yeah, it didn't last that long, you know, maybe 6 months, 1 semester, and that's it, you know. And then the new girl came and the new story happened again and again, you know. The year 2022 changed my perspective then completely, you know. That was the year when I met one girl and I got so attracted to her, really, bro, that I didn't want to lose her. And I knew that, okay, if I don't improve myself, if I don't become the real man, then I will lose her for sure. So I started to take self-improvement much more seriously. I started to eat much more healthier. I started to hang out more with people. I reduced my porn consumption. I reduced my, you know, video game consumption, everything, bro. And of course, with that girl, it went good, you know, because I presented myself as a high value man, you know. In Liechtenstein, we were hanging out, we were drinking, I was hanging out still with friends, and I was really focused on my exams. And after the Erasmus was finished, you know, when she went back to her country, because at that time I was already a regular and she was just an Erasmus student, At that time, everything went to complete mess, bro. Everything. When I had to go home, I literally started crying, yeah, when will I see you again? Because this was the first time that I had long distance relationships, so I didn't know exactly what to do, what to expect from it. And I became so needy. I was starting to think about her every day, and I wanted to talk with her every day, and I was constantly pushing and saying messages, yeah, how are you? Are you okay? Let's call, let's do that, let's do. It was just shit, man, like a really bad experience, bro. And the more I was pushing her, the more I was showing her attention, the less she got attracted to me, because she knew that she is my number one. She knew that I didn't have a purpose, that everything that I was thinking about was just her, and that she knew that she's the most important person in my life. Because if she would, for example, leave me, she would know that I would be really devastated, that I would be completely hurt and sad, and because I was so focused on her that I didn't do anything else. I was just saying, yeah, don't worry, I will make money, but I was still just wasting time. I was still playing video games, I was still watching television. The only thing that I didn't do was watching porn, and the only thing that I additionally did was going to the swimming pool every day. That's it. And then at some point I decided that I will, visit her in her own country, and that was a disaster, bro. That was living hell. I was basically there, our roles were basically completely the opposite, She was more masculine and I was more feminine. I was caring about her while she didn't care about me. She didn't care about my feelings at all. While I was still caring about her, I was still buying food, I was still paying for everything, and I didn't get anything from her except one hug when, she went to work, and that's it. I was a real simp, bro. That was the worst life. That was the worst time in my life. Very horrible experience, bro. I felt there just like a bank. I am there just for money, and that's it. And she was working every day late, she was coming home, I don't know, she left at 11 and she came back at 9 or something, and I genuinely think that she was cheating on me. I genuinely think, even though she said no, that I still believe it. And I was basically a cuck. I was a cuckold, I was paying for her. I was like taking care about her while one other guy was fucking her, and I didn't have any sexual experience whatsoever. It was a living hell. So once when I came home, I just decided to finish everything, and that was the best lesson that I learned, And from that experience, what I learned is that we as men, we should always be focused on our hard work, because when women see that we are hardworking, that we have a vision, that's more attractive to them, because they know that we have goals, we have ambitions, and that we want to do something out of our life, And when women show you some disrespect, that you think that it's disrespectful, just ignore them, just leave them. Like, don't invest any more time in them, because if they are genuinely interested into you, they will always come back. It's always like that, bro. And if not, then at least you know that she didn't care about you. And also, don't put her as a number one, Your goal is always above her, Because even if she is a bit sad, that, yeah, you cannot go out with her to the ice cream or something, still she knows deep down that you are working on your purpose, that you are working on your goals, and that she should respect that. And then when you finish everything, then you can spend some time with her without any worries, without anything here inside your head constantly telling you, yeah, you still need to finish this, you still need to finish, Just also, I don't know how to say, but you will see the girl that notices you, it will be very obvious, Do sport, don't watch porn, don't play video games, improve yourself, start reading, just become better man, literally. Like, just type self-improvement into YouTube and then watch either my channel or other channels. I don't care who you watch, preferably me, but if I don't help you, then maybe some other guys will help you. I will try to help you as much as I can and really just improve yourself. Get familiar with everything about self-improvement. I will make sure of that for sure, but still, like, just keep reading, keep improving, and eventually you will see that, how girls actually function. For me, really, what I noticed, what they want is nice body, goals and ambitions, and some security, that they see that you have a job, that you are working towards something, and that's it, bro. That time, bro, it's really bad, man. Right now also, I don't know if I got weaker or something, but I need to improve myself for sure, because between me and you, man, I don't feel good, man. Okay, so let's talk about the parties now, okay? Because when you are in school, especially in high school, bro, everyone will tell you that when you are young and you should expect, not expect, but you should kind of try, it's expected from you. But that's what I wanted to say. It's expected from you to try as much things as possible, because yeah, you are basically young and you experience the life. That is partially true. And they will also tell you, yeah, that you should attend the parties because that's completely normal for teenagers. Because when you are in high school, when you are, for example, 15, 16, you try alcohol for the first time, and that you should drink it and get wasted and party until 5 in the morning, and all of those things that you see in those student movies, like American Pie or Project X, when they party and they completely destroy the whole neighborhood and so on. That is partially true, I will not admit it. I will not lie. That is true, parties indeed helped me to somehow stop playing video games and actually force me, to go out and have life like a normal teenager, like a normal people who were not addicted to video games, who were not addicted to porn and anything like that. Just like hanging out with my friends, going to parties also, forced me to talk with people and, to increase my social skills, because I needed to talk to friends, I needed to talk to, I don't know, random people, to taxi driver, to bus driver, to the security guy in front of the club, to the bartender, and so on and so on. I was constantly in some interactions, And when I was in the parties, I also kind of realized, how girls basically function, because, you can see what they are attracted to, how those guys look like, what they do, how do they behave, and things like that, But my mistake was that when I was on the parties, I was only focused on the girls, I went there just because of the girls, because I just wanted to fuck, I was young, and when you are young, you do things like that, And that was quite obvious that I am there just because of them. And people could see that, and the girls could probably definitely feel it, because you immediately see a person who is a bit needy, If you show me one guy, I will tell you, okay, yeah, this guy is working on his businesses, this guy is studying, this guy is working hard on his body and so on. Or when you show me some other guy, you can see and you have that aura, that feeling, that vibe from them. Why is he on the party, just to fuck, And the truth is also that because of my porn and video game addiction, I did not invest much time into me, and I didn't have an aesthetic body at all. I didn't have those fresh looks, nice shoes, nice shirt, nice trousers, no nothing. And then I was quite angry, that why do the girls not like me in the parties, like what did I do wrong? Why is for other boys so easy just to come to the girls, kiss them, and then dance with them, and then just go home with them, I didn't know that. I didn't know what is the secret sauce, And after those 6 years of partying, okay, in the parties, I will not say that it was everything bad, that it was always bad. No. Like, I got a few, as well. But after those 6 years, I noticed that parties are just overvalued, man. Parties are way too much hyped, because when you think about it, like, partying itself is quite expensive, you know. You spend a lot of money and you definitely spend a lot of time, you know. For example, in terms of the money, okay, I will explain you how we went party with my friends in Slovenia, okay? So basically everyone bought some drinks, you know, some pre-drinking bottles, and that was already like 10 euros, okay? And then 10 euros entrance, and then inside the bar maybe another 10 euros for cocktails, because at the time when I was going out in Slovenia, the cocktail was 5 euros, you know. And then 5 euros for the kebabs after it, and then maybe 5 euros again for the taxi. Or when we were like really a big group, we took the VIP table, you know, where you have a table and then alcohol by the club and so on, you know. And that cost also like around 50 euros, you know. So you're easily, bro, at least on 30 euros, 40 euros per night. And if you take the VIP, you are in how much? 90, 100 maybe. 100 euros for one night, for one party. I am paid 10 euros per hour. That means that I would have to work 10 hours, which is 1 day and 2 hours. 100 euros. Those are at least 2 stocks of the Main Street Capital Corporation, which gives me monthly dividends of 24 cents per stock. So if I would buy stocks instead of that, I would have 48 cents per month just with those 2 stocks. And then I would accumulate that and I would buy more stocks instead of throwing it into the alcohol, and I would be on quite different position than I am right now, you know. And another thing is the time, you know. When you go out, you start to get ready around 7, 8, you know, and then you meet your friends at 9. You are drinking and talking and just drinking, and then you go to the club, maybe at midnight, maybe 1. You party there, you know, and you are keep drinking, and then after the party you go to eat something, and you come home at, I don't know, 5, 6, or I don't know how much, you know. And then the next day you woke up completely with a hangover, with massive headache, and you cannot do anything at all, bro. That happened to me once. Once I was so fucking drunk, man, that I was sleeping literally the whole day, and I woke up at around 1 or 2 or something, and I felt so bad, bro. I felt so bad that I went to sauna, you know, because I saw in the the Wolf of Wall Street movie, when Jordan said that whenever he's partying and drinking and getting drugged, you know, he goes to the sauna so that he can sweat all of those harmful substances out, you know. And I was thinking that that was a good idea as well. And I went to sauna and I completely puked everything, man, in that fucking sauna, man. It was so embarrassing, man. And then I came home, I had exams, and of course I didn't study much because I was recovering from that crazy fucked up party. And yeah, basically the whole day is ruined. Another 7, 8 hours wasted. And if you are paid 10 euros per hour, another 70, 80 euros wasted. It's that simple, you know. So your opportunity cost is basically 170 euros. Because you waste that day with the money, and then you waste the other day with the time. And time is money. And the older you grow, like the older you get, the more money that you accumulate, the more you start to understand this sentence: time is money. Okay, I'm not saying that all parties are bad, you know. For example, when we were in the student dormitory, you know, I was organizing quite a lot of drinking events, quite a lot of parties, you know, but we didn't go completely all in, completely asocial, you know. Those weren't those parties when you go to the club and you dance and so on. Those were more like drinking, you know, chilling with friends and so on. For example, we sat on a couch and we were playing some drinking games and drinking a bit of wine and talking and maybe a bit of beer pong and so on and so on. I prefer those parties much more than those usual club parties, you know, where people just get drunk and they are dressed like, especially women, they are dressed like some sluts, you know, because of course, when you go to those types of parties, you want to attract the opposite gender, you know. So women will dress a bit slutty and men will dress with, with nice shirts, nice outfits, like they have the drip, you know what I mean? And do you really want to have a woman who goes to those parties? Do you really want to meet her here because she's there just to get the dick, bro? Do you really want this to be your future wife? At first, it didn't bother me, you know. At first, I really thought that I will meet some girl at... Sorry, bro, I have something in my eye. So, at first, I really thought that I will meet one girl in such parties, you know, because my parents also met in student dormitory at some house party of one guy, you know. And I was believing that, okay, this will happen as well with me. And that it's nothing wrong with girls partying and so on. And then the older I grow, the more when I realize, you know, how the world functions and how the past was in comparison to the modern world, the less I want the girl from the parties, especially from those clubs, because that girl probably has already, I don't know, 20, 30, 40 users in front, before me, you know. Do you really want this to be your future wife? For me, no, bro. So if you go to the parties, bro, for me, I would tell you that if I would go to parties now, I would go with a good company and not for the girls, but just to go out and experience life, you know. Similar situation happened to me when back in September when my good friend went with me to Slovenia and we went to the Balkan Club and bro, we had the best time ever, bro. That was one of the best parties that I was, except of Corona party in Liechtenstein in 2020. You should Google that up if you are interested, but that was golden, bro. Everyone got girls. Nah, but when we went with that friend, you know, man, like we weren't there to chase the girls, you know, at least I wasn't. And I had the best time ever. We were dancing, we were going crazy, we were doing some crazy moves. We didn't give a fuck what people think about us. Really, like we were there literally just to have fun. And I noticed that some girls were looking at us, that they were noticing us because we had nice white shirts and we were dancing and we were having fun and we didn't give a fuck about anyone. And people noticed that. People noticed that we were relaxed and that we were feeling confident, that we were feeling like we own this world. And then, of course, that is attractive to the girls. And they were looking at us, you know? Such a good feeling, bro. Such a good feeling. Like being with the friends, being with a nice company at parties is one of the best things, you know? And I will really recommend you, after 6 years, bro, find one group which you trust and then just go party with them. If you have to party, okay, you know, like, okay, go to the clubs, you know? But I recommend you to not drink alcohol because at that evening with my friend, we didn't drink a single drop. Okay, he did drink a bit, but I didn't because I was driving home. And we still had an amazing night, bro. You don't have to drink. You don't have to get wasted to have fun. You just have to change the mentality. I'm not mentality, you just have to change the mindset. Change the mindset from not chasing the girls to having fun. I know at first it might be a bit hard, but just try it once. You have nothing to lose because you will not get a girl anyway, because you are too focused on them and you are too needy and they see that. Just change that mentality. Just go there, have fun, do some stupid crazy dance. I don't know, if a girl comes past you like this, you know, just like grab her, rotate her and then just let her go. Throw her to the window, man. Fuck that hoe anyway. You know what I'm saying? Just try that, bro. Trust me. My friend did that once, and not the same friend, but one other friend. And it was so funny to see, man. She was so confused. And then she came back and she said, yeah, you are a nice dancer and so on. And they were dancing then afterwards. Bro, such a nice experience, man. Yeah, man. Good old times. I would also recommend you that instead of, you know, the parties, if you want to organize something, like go and organize it with your friends, especially if you are on student exchange, which you should go, bro. I really recommend you to do at least one semester abroad, because this will completely change your life, man. It changed mine completely, and because of that I am who I am. Because of that I started with self-improvement. Because of that I am right now here teaching you new things, bro. Honestly, if you go to the student dormitory, I really recommend you to do the following, okay? You find a group of people that you trust, that have the same mindset, the same goals, and you just hang out with them, and they will be your best friends whatsoever. And I mean, they will be your best friends probably forever, okay? And then you know, don't, instead of organizing those massive clubbing parties, just organize those dorm parties, you know, where you just drink, have fun, maybe put some music, dance a bit, do some challenges, I don't know, Macarena, karaoke, and so on and so on. And I guarantee you, bro, I guarantee you that the girls will come. When I was in the student dormitory, we went, you know, me and my boys from summer semester 2022, bro. That was the best semester that I experienced ever, bro. Like, that was the craziest one. We were just, you know, we woke up, we were working on our goals, we were studying, working, literally working, you know, and then studying a bit. And then in the evening, we started to cook dinner. We opened a bottle of rum, and then we sat outside because it was the summer, and we were just drinking, listening to music, having fun. And the girls and the other people were just keep coming to us, because we were that core of the student dormitory. And on Fridays, when we had parties, you know, we organized everything, me and my boys. It was like me, one guy, and one guy, like me and 3 more guys, or 4 guys maybe. As a group of 5 people, we were organizing everything, bro. Like, we went, okay, hey, when someone came, we said, okay, hey, come party on the Friday. Be ready, come here, come. Where are you going? Hey, come, how are you? And so on and so on. We were organizing everything, bro, and we were the top dogs there, bro. We were really the core of, we were the bosses. We were even better than that fucking manager, bro. Amazing, man, amazing experience. And why were we so successful in organizing everything? Because we did it for ourselves. We did it because of the good feeling, because we wanted to have fun. And then the girls came, and we choose our girls, and then we were fucking them. It was that simple, bro. It was that simple. So I really, bro, okay, I'm repeating myself a bit, but the conclusion of this chapter is, find the people you trust and hang out with them. If you have to go to the party, go sober. And if you are a student, you know, go to student exchange, meet new people there with the same mindset, and organize things. And you will see that this will completely change your life. Don't chase the girls, because it's not worth it. The girls will come the less you chase. Okay, bro, speaking of the friends, I need to tell you that finding good friends is absolutely crucial for your future development, because you know that people say that you are usually the 5th person, or the average person of the 5 people, sorry, that you hang out with, you know. And that's why, bro, really keep your friends completely carefully, because if you will hang out with the losers, you will become the loser as well. And if you hang out with the winners, you will become the winner as well, you know. For me, through the school, you know, I had some friends, I had some good friends, bad friends. I ignored some friends, and I stopped hanging out with some friends. But mostly, bro, generally, the friends that I have right now are the ones that I met either at the end of the high school or then in the university, you know. People from university will usually become your friends forever, because when you are at the university, you meet them, you know, and you hang out a bit, you get to know each other, and then sooner or later you realize that you either have completely different goals, completely different mindset, or that you have the same mindset, same goals, same ambitions, everything same, or at least similar, you know. And those people are usually going to be the one that you will spend the rest of their life with, you know. And how important actually friends are, I realized when I was in the 2nd or 3rd year of high school, because At that time, bro, I stopped playing that much computer. I was still playing it, but still, I started to hang out with them a bit more, and as I said throughout this video countless of times already, that way I increased my social skills. I was starting to learn, how to talk, how to behave, what girls like, what they don't like, what I should say, what I shouldn't, how I should behave, how I shouldn't know, and so on and so on. You know the skills. I mean, you know the drill, And I also started to actually live life, and I started to create memories, bro. Like with friends, you will create such good memories if those friends are the ones that are, sharing the mindset and goals with you. And the best thing is, then when you will explain to the girls or when you will talk to them, you will mention those memories, what you were doing. For example, the funny thing was when we were at the university, before I moved, me and my friends from there, we took the shopping cart and we did through the high school. And through the university, bro, sorry. And we were just not giving a fuck. We were just mocking people there, making fun of them a bit, but not in a mean way, in a funny way, We were just messing with them. And then we put one guy into the shopping cart and he was drinking, I think, sangria or beer or something. It was just so funny, bro, like such a nice memory, Or maybe what was really funny, bro, I don't know, when we took the water pistol to the school and then we were shooting people from the one floor to the other one. That was really nice. Or when we were just racing the cars, and I don't know, bro, so much things happened, bro. I really need to think about it now. Or all of my birthday parties in the student dormitory, man, such nice memories when I was buying alcohol for everyone and I invited literally everyone, bro, and fuck, man, I really made some serious damage there, eh? Nah, but you know what I mean. I could have had even better memories, bro, if computer and porn wouldn't ruin my life, if they wouldn't ruin my teenage years, bro. I could have had those memories already back in 2015 when I was 15 years old, when I started with the high school. At that time, I remember, bro, like those popular kids, those kids who later became popular, they were coming to me and they were chilling with me and we were talking about the rappers, the football, the money and everything, bro. But then, of course, when they invited me to go out with them, I rejected them. And then when they became the popular ones, I rejected them because, of course, I had to run home to play video games. I had to run home to play that fucking League of Legends, But then when they got popular, okay, yeah, we were still hanging out a bit, they were nice to me, but they never actually accepted me to that group of them, And result is another opportunity ruined, I could have been maybe the popular one as well, but of course I wasn't. And I could have met those more popular kids, that were in the high school, but of course I didn't, because I was a fucking loser, Imagine how much more knowledge and experience I would have right now if I would hang out with those friends, Imagine how much more I could teach you about money, about girls, about school, about sport, about life as a general. But of course I was stupid and I was rejecting them. And then when I was, at the end of the high school, I started to hang out a bit more with the friends from my primary school, I suddenly randomly met them, and then they invited me to go out a bit and out a bit again and a bit and a bit, and that's how we started to hang out, And one summer I was completely hanging out with them every day until, 11 o'clock or something, after I came back from work. And of course after I played my computer and after I fapped to some Brandy Love lesbian videos or whatever I was watching, bro, fucking shit. And the thing is, bro, unfortunately, those guys didn't come from the background as I did, they had, divorced families, their families didn't put that much, attention to those kids, especially when they were developing themselves. And unfortunately, they weren't quite good influence, because deep down, I believe that those guys had an amazing heart and we had a lot of fun together. Just the problem was that we didn't do that much things, you know. We were just chilling in one bar, hanging out, smoking. I mean, they were smoking, I never smoked, bro. And that was it. We didn't go out to the city, we didn't do anything. We were just hanging out in that district where we all came from, and that was it. Like, we were literally those boys from the hood, except that we didn't do any crimes and so on. They were just driving with the motors a bit around because that's what they were interested in, and that was it. They didn't study that much, they didn't think about the future, they weren't as driven as I was, you know. And then unfortunately, bro, at some point I just stopped hanging out with them, even though they had amazing hearts. But I noticed that if I continue to hang out with them, that maybe I will not be able to achieve those dreams as soon as I want to, you know. So I just ignored them, unfortunately. That was very bad mood from me, but I didn't want to, you know, I don't know, wasting my future sounds a bit harsh, but yeah, I didn't want to waste my future, you know. Because as I said, when you are hanging out with someone, you become the average of those 5 people that you hang out with. And those people, you know, that I was hanging out with, they weren't doing anything bad. They were just, you know, I don't know, maybe driving with motors, hanging out, chilling, and that was it, you know. And I didn't want that lifestyle. I wanted more, you know. I wanted to become the number one, the best one, you know. So as I said, I stopped hanging out with them, you know. But then in the university, bro, I met the real friends that I still cherish, that I'm grateful for, that they came into my life, because they kind of showed me the way, because they were older than me. They were already on that self-improvement journey, you know. They knew everything that I know right now. They were teaching me a lot of concepts, a lot of new things about self-improvement. They were guiding me, you know. Maybe they were giving me some advice how to talk with women, what to do in certain situations and so on. They really were there for me, you know. And why were there for me there? Because we were all sharing common mindset. We were all sharing common goals, you know. We all knew that we want to improve ourselves. We all knew that we want to become wealthy, that we want to like get rid of those 9-to-5 jobs where our employers don't care about us at all. We all wanted to achieve that. And the thing is, bro, this is the core of masculine energy. Like, this sharing common mindset, sharing common goal is actually, you know, the core of the old tribes from the past. This is called the way of man, you know, the way of the gang, you know. In the old times, those tribes were sticking together. They had each other's back, you know, they were supporting each other. The men were fighting the others, and the women were taking care of the children, you know. It was always like that. And in those times, it was us against them. And in our times, in that our group of friends, that's basically, by the way, not basically, but by the way, that's the same group as I was explaining before when we were organizing those drinking parties in the dormitory and so on, is the same group. And with them, it was also us against the others. It was us, our gang, against the group of the outsiders. It was us against the outside world. And this was the time when I felt that I really belong to some friends, that they accept me as I am, and they will like let me know about my flaws, and they will help me to overcome those flaws. Because this is how you grow, this is how the tribe grows, this is how the gang gets more powerful. Do you think that Al Capone killed all of those people alone? No, he had a gang. Do you think that Vito Corleone established that Corleone family, one of the strongest families, at least in the Godfather movie? He was establishing that alone? No, he had, you know, other Italians who immigrated to America from Italy. They were helping each other. It was us against them. It was us against the other police, I mean the other gangs and the police, you know. Because when you are in a group of friends, you know, you actually, because you share the mindset, as I said, you actually compete with other groups as well. Even though right now we don't go out on the street and we fight each other, but we fight for the things that men were fighting since the beginning of history, literally. We fight for money, we fight for success, we fight for respect, and most importantly, we fight for women. We want to fuck their women, but we don't want them to fuck our women. We protect our women while we take care while we take their women. Like metaphorically, you know, of course, we will not go to one city and then we will fight all the men and then we will rape their women. Of course not, bro. But metaphorically, we are improving ourselves. And when we are improving ourselves, the women from them get more attracted to us. And the exact same situation happened in the dormitory in that semester 2022. We were establishing our gang. We were organizing everything. We were coordinating everything, the parties, the drinking, the alcohol, the fun time. And the women came to us because women go where it's fun. And we were fun and we were strong and we were a group of people who were sharing the common mindset, and they came to us because they were attracted to that, because we all had goals. Every day, bro, we were discussing what we will do, you know, we were motivating each other, we were pushing each other so that we could all finish the exams. And of course, that's what women find attractive, you know, it's that simple, bro. Another thing is, bro, now let's talk about the people that you should avoid, okay? This is a bit weird, you know, after all those happy words, but yeah, a lot of people will focus on social media and they will be completely addicted to that, and maybe they will still play video games, they will maybe still watch porn, and you should just immediately avoid such people because they will not bring you anything good in life, you know, because you will start to hang out with them, and then when you will try to improve yourself, they will kind of drag you down. They will tell you that self-improvement is completely useless concept, that it doesn't work, and that you should just stop wasting time with that. Sorry, bro. If it didn't work for them, that doesn't mean that self-improvement will not work for you. If stock market investing didn't work for them, that doesn't mean that stock market investing will not work for you as well. Everyone is different, and everyone is as successful as how much hard work and dedication they invest into that. It's that simple, bro. And then, you know, when you will tell them, yeah, please stop using social media, or at least I will stop using social media, they get offended. Like, yeah, what do you mean? How we will contact you? How we will keep in touch? Bro, trust me. If you give them the number, for example, or if they don't write you in 1 year or something, then they don't care about you at all, bro. And if you don't write them at all in 1 year, then you don't care about them as well, you know, because for me, that happened with one girl. With that girl, it was a quite interesting story, I will tell you. So, basically, I was hanging out with one girl who was really attractive, bro, like blonde, long hair, nice breasts, you know, like, oh my God, really amazing girl, you know. And okay, we were hanging out because we were also in the same school, and suddenly, randomly, we started to hang out, you know, and okay, cool, we were hanging out, and then, bro, like, she was giving me so much signs that, you know, she wants to have something and so on, but I was so shy and so addicted to games and so inside my world that I didn't do anything. At my birthday party, bro, she literally told me, yeah, hey, one friend told me that you want to, like, you know, get like this with me, you know? And I just told her, really? No, don't worry. And then she also told me, yeah, come dance with me and so on. Like, it was, such a missed opportunity, bro. Such a missed opportunity, man. I mean, maybe I'm interpreting everything wrong, but I don't think so, bro. Because also, at her birthday, she was a bit in bad mood. I went to her, and then she just held my hand, and she leaned like this on me, and I was like, bro, what should I do, man? What the fuck should I do, bro? And then, of course, I was overthinking, and of course, nothing happened, okay? And then later, she basically stopped trying, she just friend zoned me because I deserve that because I was a fucking loser. And then later she got one boyfriend and she's still with him today. And they started to hang out more and she stopped writing me because I also stopped writing her a bit because I don't know, like men and women cannot be friends, It's usually always that one side wants to have something from the other one, Either women want to fuck those guys, or guys want to fuck women. And then she didn't write me in 1 year and even in more than 1 year, and she was always having some excuses why we cannot move. I mean, why we cannot meet. So of course I stopped writing to her and she also stopped writing to me, And basically the story is, if people don't write to you after some time, then you are not that important to them, It's fine, bro. You cannot be friends with everyone. And the thing about like those a bit low quality people, I'm not saying that she is low quality, but those low quality people who will tell you that self-improvement doesn't work and that why you are trying to improve yourself, they are always also quite negative, and negative people will drain your energy and they will demotivate you and they will push you down so that you can be in the same shit as they are, because those people have troubles and they are constantly blaming others for their failures and they are constantly blaming others for their negativity, and that's bad. And the more you hang out with those people, the less successful you're going to be. And the same story happened to me as well, bro. When I was in university, I met one girl and we were hanging out with each other, like she was giving me some signs, I was giving her some signs, because of course I was horny and I wanted to fuck, and she was also that type of girl who wanted to fuck, and we started to hang out, trust each other, and then at some point, like, yeah, we were kissing and so on, and nothing happened because she had a boyfriend and she didn't want to cheat on him, even though she already cheated by kissing me, so I don't really give a fuck, And then she went to Erasmus exchange and she was constantly complaining, like, yeah, how bad this is. Of course, I will not pass the exams. I cannot do this. Like, flat is bad. Like, the people here are horrible. Nobody speaks English and so on and so on. And I just got tired of that complaining, And also, when we were hanging out, she was gossiping a lot. And I think that she was also talking with others about the things that I was telling her. And it was just bad, bro. Like, she was complaining a lot. And when I came home, I was so tired. And at some point, like, we were chatting on Snapchat, and then I told everyone, yeah, okay, I am deleting Snapchat. So that's it, it's a distraction. And then I just stopped replying to whatever she was saying because we were mostly like hanging out on talking on the Snapchat, And I think this was a really good decision because she was very negative. She was blaming everyone for her failures. She didn't take responsibility, And maybe I would be the same if I would hang out with her longer. And I hate complaining. And right now, if I do a mistake, I own it, I admit it, and I try to fix it. It's that simple, bro. But negative people will always put all of their shit on the others, And it's just bad. It's bad for you. And you can try to help them, but if they don't want to understand, then just ignore them, fuck them, Additionally, you should have male friends who you can trust and with whom you can talk about everything, because that was one of the mistakes that I did when I was younger, okay? When I was younger, I was asking girls how to like treat women, how to handle certain situation with women, and that was the biggest mistake that I could do, because that saying that don't ask the fish how to catch a fish, ask the fisherman. And this is so true, bro. The girls were telling me, yeah, open up. I don't know what happened. Yeah, they were telling me basically, yeah, open up, talk about your feelings. But that's just bullshit, man. Like, wait just a second. So yeah, the girls that they give me the advice was like basically, yeah, open up, talk about your feelings, and that's just bullshit, bro. Because why would I open up? Why would I talk about my feelings if that girl doesn't care about me? If we are, I don't know, arguing, if she's ignoring my messages and so on, why would I then invest more time into her? But the girls that I was asking for advice didn't tell me that. They were seeing the situation from girls' perspective. But then when you ask men what to do, men will tell you, ignore her, she doesn't give a fuck, focus on yourself, go to gym, go to fitness, go to swimming pool, focus on your goals, be more masculine because you are a little pussy. That's it, bro. Like, the advice from men is completely different than from advice from the women. So if you want to get women, like, ask other guys, because other guys had the same struggles and the other guys learned from the same situations, whereas women had different struggles. So they will give you different advice, which usually, not usually, but which always will not work. It will not work, bro. It didn't work for me, and it will not for you as well. Ask male friends. Ask older friends. Just like I did. I was asking older guys in the dormitory what to do, and they were giving me such good advice. Really, bro, I'm so thankful for them. Whereas women just gave me some useless bullshit about emotions and about fighting for them and about to keep trying and not giving up, and because it's cute and because it's Hollywood and because they were brainwashed by that company, bro. Fucking shit. Fucking shit, man. To conclude this channel, bro, to conclude this chapter, bro. Okay. Get friends, hang out with them, experience different friends, different people. Don't waste time on video games, don't waste time on porn. Find a group of people and just stick with them, especially if you share the same mindset. If you don't find such people, then you can always go to YouTube. For example, here I am building a community. I'm trying to help you. I will help you on the self-improvement. I will talk to you. I don't know, if you want, write me in the comments your email or your number and I will contact you via WhatsApp. I will be here for you, bro. Just like people were here for me as well. And we will make a community together. We will help each other. We will motivate each other. We will push each other forward. And we will discuss openly and transparently about everything. Not with the girls, we will discuss with us, between us, you and me, okay? Okay, bro, and now we came to the best chapter, which is about the money, okay? So if you survived so far, then you're a true warrior, bro. You have my proper respect, okay? And I will take that as a compliment because you watched basically the whole video. The whole, how much? 2.5 hours. Okay, let's talk about the money, bro. From a banker's perspective, because I work in a bank, so I consider myself as a banker, okay? Basically, the first thing that you need to do, the first absolute thing is to forget everything about the money that you learned in school. And especially you need to forget everything about the money that you learned in those useless business universities. Because when you go to school, you have those fat and broke feminine teachers and fat and broke less masculine men who are just talking nonsense, and they are supposed to teach you about something, and they are still broke. They are teaching you about the money, especially on the business university, and they are still broke. And if you will trust them, if you will listen to them, you will get broke as well, bro, because as we discussed in previous chapters, if you hang out with 5 people, you become the average of them. And if you trust and hang out basically with those fat and broke feminine teachers, you will also become weak, broke, feminine men. It's that simple, bro. And as I discussed in the first chapter, bro, educational institutions completely failed us. They are filling our heads with so much useless shit because they know that when we are younger, when we go to school, they know that we will quickly adapt to their knowledge and that we will quickly adapt to their teaching methods and that we are easily manipulated and easily controlled. And the older we get, the harder it is to kind of shift the mindsets, you know? And the schools, bro, the schools were teaching us, I don't know, some useless shit, chemistry, biology, mathematics, but they weren't teaching us how taxes work. They weren't teaching us how to get a job, how to write a resume. What do employers look for in the workers? How to, I don't know, trade stocks, how to get rich, how to avoid paying taxes, you know, at least how to avoid paying so much taxes. They weren't teaching us about that at all, bro. They were teaching me some useless fucking chemistry. They were teaching me that periodic table, or however is that called, of all the elements. Why do I need that right now? Why do I need that in the bank? And biology, they were teaching me some useless shit about the cells and the mitochondria, and that's, I don't even know how is that called in English, bro. Why would I need that right now? I always knew that I want to become the banker. I always knew that. Either the banker or the stockbroker. I always knew that. And right now you might think, yeah, but why did you go then to the best gymnasium in your country? Because it was the best, bro. Because of that. If I would go to that Berufsschule, how it's called in German, you know, when you are focused on like literally skills, you know, you go to economic high school and then you go to economic university, you know, yeah, they might teach you some things, but even those things are useless. I graduated last week and I'm right now wondering myself, I'm genuinely wondering myself, what did that degree teach me? Absolutely nothing. When I was applying for asset manager job or stockbroker job, they told me, yeah, you don't have skills. You don't have competences for this position. How the fuck will I then get the competences if I don't get that in school? Who will teach me? Who the fuck will teach me that? Of course, I have to teach myself that. Because that fucking useless university didn't teach me that. They were teaching me some shitty theory about the supply and demand charts and then the monopoly and the perfect competition and all that bullshit, bro. Fuck. Complete shit, man. The schools don't teach you about the money because they don't know how money works. Because those teachers and professors are broke. That's the first reason. They don't know how to explain money because they don't understand it. And the second reason is that they need the workers. Because school and universities are factories of workers, okay? And right now, bro, I will try to explain, not I will try, but I will explain successfully how money works, okay? So basically, the main concept of the money is, you know, to pay for goods, to be able to survive, basically, you know, because we need money to buy food and to buy shelter, and that's it, okay? And the main difference between rich people and the poor people, and the poor people are also becoming middle class is becoming poor. That's what I wanted to say. Because the gap is getting bigger and bigger and bigger because we lack money education, okay? So basically the biggest difference between like the rich people and the poor people is the attitude towards the money, okay? The rich people basically have the money working for them, whereas the poor people work for the money, okay? I consider myself as a relatively poor person. Okay, I have 24,000 euros in my portfolio, but still that's nothing compared to billions and trillions maybe that companies have and that the investors have, like Warren Buffett, you know, he has, I think, 100 billion euros. And the average person, okay, let's explain the average person, okay? So they go to the shitty job that they don't like, they hate the boss, they hate the work because they are not doing anything meaningful, and then they get the salary, maybe 1,600 euros, they come home and they go celebrate. Yeah, I got the salary. Come on, guys, let's go drink, let's go eat, let's go to restaurants, and that's it. They paid the rent, they paid the loan for the car, they paid for the food, and that's it, And they buy maybe new PlayStation, new games, new phones, new computers. I don't give a fuck what they buy. And then they are again broke, they have zero money, and they are waiting for the salary to come, and again and again and again. And the rich people, on the other hand, they live below their means, really. I haven't bought new clothes since 1 or 2 years because I don't need them. I have one pullover right now, I have undershirt, I have my, how is it called, tongs, or underwear, I have it, I have my trousers, I have my socks. I don't need anything else. And rich people are exactly the same. They live below their means. And when they get a salary, because everyone was working first 9 to 5, okay? When they get the salary, they invest immediately without even thinking if they will be able to survive. They invest at least 30% of it into stocks, into bonds, into the financial market, okay? They invest into maybe even into their own business and so on, okay? They invest the money and then they pay the rent and then they pay the food. And whatever is left, they treat themselves, okay? And when I adopted that mindset, I was able to build this portfolio that you can see right now from September 2022 up until now. Of course, working in Liechtenstein was helping a lot, because I was getting a few thousand per year, per month, and I had very low expenses because I was living first in Liechtenstein where the tax is very low, and then in Austria, and so on and so on. So basically that helped. But when I was living in Slovenia, as well, I was getting the same salary as here. And here I also, when I get the salary, I immediately invest at least 30%. Right now I am investing 50%. But right now when I'm living here with my host family, I am investing the whole salary because they are, thank God, providing me with everything that I need. But right now when I will move to my own flat, at least 50%, boom, stocks immediately. Then the rent is, I think, 500, and then whatever is left for the food, and small portion of whatever is even left is for the YouTube channel, because I want to, improve my quality of the videos so that it's easier for you to learn, And whatever is left after that is then for the restaurants, is for the dates, is for basically me and treating myself, okay? And that's the thing that you need to understand, because poor people will tell you, okay, yeah, work 9 to 5, get the salary, buy the things that you want, and just enjoy the life, okay? How can you enjoy the life if you are enslaved, literally enslaved in that 9 to 5 job? If you work for minimum wage right now, which is maybe 700 or 800 euros, how can you survive to live in Madrid, for example, where the rent is at least 800 euros for something quite decent? Not quite, but something at least decent. And I have some Spanish followers, Adrian, you can confirm that. And you will see that I am telling the truth, bro. You cannot, and that's not freedom. That's not treating yourself, bro. You need to change the mentality, bro, because if you will listen to others, if you will listen to your parents, unfortunately, you will end up exactly as they are. My parents, for example, they have a really big heart. They would do everything for me. But when it comes to financial education, they lack that immeasurably, bro. For example, they were saying, okay, yeah, we will buy a new car. And then I told them, let's rather invest this into the stock market. Because we will have, instead of those 30,000 in the car, we will have 30,000 in the stock market, where we will get then the money eventually back, because of the dividends and the reinvesting and so on. Yeah, that's too risky. I will not do this. Or when I suggested them, let's open our own company so that we can, get rid of these 9 to 5 jobs. Yeah, that's too risky. That takes too much money. And yet it is okay to spend 30,000 euros on that car that we don't even need because we have two cars and our cars aren't crappy. We have two Mercedes. One is from 2019 and one is from 2022. I don't think that this is bad, and I don't think that we need a new car. We have better cars than half of the people. Not half, but better than 70% of the people. Like, that's the problem with poor people, that they don't understand how money works. They don't understand that they should, instead of liabilities, buy the assets, okay? And now here I will try to explain the assets and liabilities. Basically, assets are everything that you own that can also bring you money on the long term, okay? For example, if you own a house and you rent it for, I don't know, as a, basically you rent the flat so that some people live there, okay? That's your asset because it gives you monthly income. Stocks are the asset because they give you monthly income through the dividends. Whereas owning a house is actually a liability because you have costs with it. You have to pay for electricity, you have to pay for water, for heating. Car is such a big liability, bro. It's just a big money hole because you constantly have costs with it. You have 200 euros per month just for gasolina, just for the petrol, you know, then plus 500 insurance per year, plus 500 like annual check, which is mandatory, and so on and so on. And poor people will rather invest their money into cars, new phones, new clothes, instead of investing into the stock market, because they think that this is too risky. It's not. If you invest smartly, stock market is not risky at all, bro. If you want to know more about the stock market, bro, go check this video, you know, or go check my other videos on the YouTube channel where I do stock market analysis. You just have to pick your stocks very carefully, and you have to adopt the mindset that money will grow over time, because poor people, for example, they think that you can get rich by working 9 to 5. Of course not. Of course fucking not. Because when you work 9 to 5, your money grows like this, in a straight line. But if you invest the money, at some point it will accumulate and it will grow exponentially because of the eighth wonder of the world, which is the interest rate. The interest rate basically means that you can grow your sum of money, your portfolio, by, let's say, 10% annually. So let's say first you have, I don't know, 100,000 euros, and then if you grow that by 10% in 1 year, you get 110,000 euros. And then you reinvest that money back, and next year you get 121,000 euros. So 11,000 euros more than in the previous year, because in the previous year you got only, I think, 10,000, and now you have 11,000. And then you reinvest those 11,000 back, and with the 10% interest rate, you get, I don't know, maybe 12,000, and so on and so on. And you reinvest that back, and at some point you will see the money will go like this. That's how Warren Buffett got rich. He literally said he was blessed by 3 things: that he lives in America, that he was interested in the stock market, and that he had the interest rate. Also, Einstein said, you know, he's one of the most brilliant minds. He said, those people who understand the interest rate will have all the power. And that's true, bro. If you understand that, you are powerful. In 1 year and a bit more, I managed to have almost 24,000 euros in the investment. And I'm still having, I think, some money in the cash, which I will reinvest back, you know. Schools don't teach you that, because those broke teachers don't know anything about it. Anything. They don't know how money works. They are just explaining you some shitty theory, whereas in the real life, they cannot do even a small investment. They don't know anything. Completely shit, bro. Completely shit. Another concept is that you should use money as a tool, okay? And when I first heard that sentence, it was completely unclear and I didn't quite understand it, what is meant by that. And basically, using money as a tool means to invest it into the stock market or into some other business and investing so long that at some point it can generate passive income for you. For example, dividend stock investing is the perfect example for this, okay? You invest, and each month you get the monthly dividends back, which you can live easily then after, I don't know, 20, 30 years. I know it takes a long time, but still it's worth it because that will give you financial freedom. And from a banker perspective, I will tell you how banks take your money and then basically scam you. Like, banking is a legal scam, bro. For example, okay, look, you come to the bank, you put a deposit of 1,000 euros, okay? Then this is then on your bank account. And then you come to the bank and you ask for a loan, maybe 500 euros. And you know what the bank does? They give you your money from the deposit to you. But for what interest rate? 10%. So you have to bring back 500 euros plus 10%, which is, I don't know, maybe 50 euros. 550 euros back. You deposit the money, the bank gives you your money, and you have to give it back. It's fucking crazy. And that money is completely unused in that bank. The bank is scamming you. So of course you want to reinvest that money into the stock market, because there the money will actually work for you. It will generate you the dividends. And now you are wondering, why the fuck the school didn't teach me that? Why do I have to know that right now from Yasha? Because the school is useless, bro. Wake the fuck up, man. That degree that you're doing is worthless. When you get a degree, flush it down the toilet. And even the rats in the sewers, they will not eat that degree, bro. Completely fucking useless shit. The main idea also, the second concept why schools don't teach you about the money is because they need workers, okay? And I told you before that school is basically an institution where, not an institution, it's actually a factory where workers are being made, okay? Because you come there, you listen to that fat and feminine teacher who is also broke, and then they prepare you psychologically to obey the rules so that when you go to the work, you also obey the rules of your fat and rich boss, actually. Because you know what? Your boss will tell you, for example, when you compliment his car. Okay, this is one story which I saw back in the times when I still had Instagram. It's basically like this, okay? So the boss bought a new car and he drove with that car to the company. And then the worker complimented that car. Whoa, boss, you have a really nice car. And the boss looked at him and said, yeah, thank you. And if you work hard, if you put all of your hard work and dedication, all of your time, blood, sweat, everything, if you invest all of that, I will buy the same car next year as well. And when I read that post, it completely hit me into my fucking brainwashed mind. Fuck! And that was the time when I decided that I will retire from those 9-to-5 jobs as soon as possible. I will not invest my time, my energy, my blood, my nerves, my anything into some fat broke, not broke, one fat and rich, arrogant, condescending boss. That's why I'm working hard. That's why I'm constantly learning new things, the things that I'm interested in, so that I can retire as soon as possible. And when I will have monthly dividend of 1,000, then I will say goodbye, fuck off. Fuck this, man. And the schools also don't encourage you to think creatively, because if you think creatively, then you might have an idea, and an idea is then reborn into an entrepreneurship. And entrepreneurship means that you go out of that working factory into your own path. And then who will work if everyone is encouraged to think entrepreneurship? I don't know, but who will then work? Nobody, if everyone will have their own companies. That's why the schools don't teach you about anything useful, because if they teach you something useful, then it's going to actually be useful, for you. Such a shit, man. Such a shit, eh? And also modern society, bro, and educational system, and everyone is kinda encourage you to spend. Everyone wants to be a consumer, They are saying you, yeah, okay, buy new car, buy new phone, it's already 5 years old. Who gives a fuck? Look, my phone here, I have it here, bro, because I'm using it as a microphone. My phone is old, I think in September it's going to be 7 years. My computer is going to be 9 years old, I think, also in September. I don't need a new computer. I don't need new clothes. I have 5 shirts for my bank. I have 1 suit, 1 shoes. That's it. I don't need more. And I don't want more. And this consumer mindset is really going to spread, especially with this social media influencer tactic, because all of those young kids are watching this. You are also watching this because you still unfortunately have social media, and then you think that you need some products, that you need some clothes. Such a horrible mindset, really. Delete social media immediately. The same was in my school, in my high school. Such a consumer-oriented environment. Completely shit, bro. Everyone was a bit wealthier than me, so they were wearing Louis Vuitton, Gucci, all those big brands, and I was so desperate to buy such things as well, because I was having that fear of missing out. I was brainwashed, and the school doesn't do anything about it, man. The school will tell you, yeah, don't talk about the money because the money will corrupt you, and yet they accept the consumer mindset, which is corrupting us even more. Schools should teach us about the money so that we know how to not be corrupted. But no, they will teach us some fucking useless music class or art history or gender studies or mineralism or archaeology and whatever is that bullshit, bro. Fuck. And the teachers also will not teach you because they even don't know how money works. And schools don't encourage you to talk about the money because they get jealous about it. It's completely in human nature that when you see someone successful, you get jealous. And as a young man and as a man overall, this is completely bad trait. How can you be jealous of someone else's success, especially if they were working hard for it? That's unmanly. That's cowardly. Instead, take them as a motivation. When you see a nice car, don't say like, oh, fuck that guy, man. His parents must be rich. No. Someone had to do the hard work in that family. And you have to do the hard work as well if you want to achieve something. Nobody will come to you and give you free stock, free money. Nobody is that generous, bro. And if you will trust those schools and those shitty educational systems, you will also get broke. That system doesn't work, man. I'm so angry, man. I'm so nervous, bro. I'm so angry. No, yeah, but let's give you some tips, how to make money, because we could keep talking about this useless educational system, but I'm tired of it, bro. My head is going to explode, man. I'm so angry, bro. Basically, what helped me the most to make like the portfolio that I have right now is to just invest 30% immediately when you get the salary, when you get some savings from your grandpa, when you get some money, just invest that immediately, Start with 30% until you realize how money works, And I would also encourage you, if you are a bit unsure how stock market works, go to asset manager and invest the money with them. That's what I did at first. And then I learned, how to control my emotions when I see minus 10%, on my stock market portfolio. And right now I'm doing my own research and I'm investing in the stocks that I'm presenting also like here on my YouTube channel. Another thing is, bro, read some books about the money. Read The Intelligent Investor. This is an amazing book. Read books about Robert Kiyosaki. Read books from Warren Buffett. Read everything. Because this is the only way that you will get some useful knowledge. Because that school didn't teach you shit. Use those books as your mentors. Use me as a mentor. I will teach you everything that I know. And I will keep trying to teach you about everything, bro. Because I know how frustrated it is to realize that after your university, that you are worthless. After all that money that you threw into the university, that you are worthless. I know that feeling. I know it, bro. It's horrible. Additionally, bro, work on your business, work on your dreams, bro. Nothing will come easy. The harder you work, the more you will get rewarded in the past, bro. Trust me. Just look at my portfolio. I know that I'm mentioning it a lot, but that's currently the only thing that I can, show you in terms of the money, Of course, my YouTube channel is also growing, thank God. We are having more and more young men here who are done with this modern life, who are sick of it, who are sick of being brainwashed, who are sick of following orders, who are sick of this modern society where they are getting fucked over and over and over and over again. I hope that this video gave you additional value. I hope that it opened your eyes. It made you realize how this modern, sick, useless world works. I hope that I somehow pushed you on the right direction, on the right path towards your dreams. And you can bet on it. I will be here to motivate you. I will be here to guide you. And I will not give up on you. And I will not fill you with useless trash that you are getting served in that university. And even worse, in the school. Do the hard work, bro. And see you on top of the world.